Hey guys, what is up? Kevin Francisco here from yucatech.com, and today we're gonna take a closer look at the Vivo V5 Lite, which, as the name suggests, is the toned down version of the V5. So are you ready? Let's go! The V5 Lite right off the bat looks and feels similar to the V5. Up front, it has the same 5.5-inch display and is mounted with 2.5D curved glass. There's no mention if it's a Gorilla Glass, so we're assuming it's a standard scratch-resistant panel. Situated above the display are the receiver, sensor, 16-megapixel selfie camera, and an LED flash. Down below are 3 unlit capacitive keys for navigation. Missing here is the fingerprint scanner found in the V5 and V5 Plus to be able to cut the costs. On the right are the volume keys and power and lock button. To the left is the hybrid SIM tray that can accept either two micro-sized SIM cards or a single SIM plus a micro SD card. The top side is devoid of any ports or buttons, while down below is the headset jack, microphone, micro USB port, and loudspeaker. At the back is the 13-megapixel camera, LED flash, Vivo badge, and an antenna band at the top and bottom. Although it still has that same look, the V5 Lite has a premium feel thanks to its metallic body. There's a strip of plastic chrome lining the sidewalls for added accent and grip. It's also relatively thin at 7.6mm with enough heft at 155 grams. Being a light variant, the handset only carries an HD panel that maxes out at 720p, unlike the full HD equipped V5 Plus. The V5 Lite is fitted with a 5.5-inch display, which brings down the pixel density to 267 ppi. It's definitely not the sharpest screen out there, but the image quality it produces is satisfactory if you're to use it for casual watching and the likes. However, the company used an IPS panel, so viewing angles are quite accommodating. The singular grille for audio only pushes out enough volume to satisfy the user in a quiet environment. The V5 Lite is running on the same Android Marshmallow just like its siblings. However, the V5 Lite comes with the later version of FunTouch OS 3.0, unlike the 2.6 version seen on the V5 straight out of the box. That said, the seemingly iOS-inspired layout is also present here with no app drawer, familiar icons, and a swipe-up menu from the bottom for quick access to settings. Storage-wise, it's backed up by 32GB worth of memory, which can be expanded via a microSD card placed on its hybrid SIM tray. The operating system takes about 10GB, which leaves around 22GB for your multimedia files and apps. The company also kept bloatwares to a minimum and only included Google's apps, WPS Office, and UC Browser when you initially boot the device. The handset still carries the 13-megapixel rear camera like the one in Vivo V5, but this light variant ditches the face detection autofocus and only retains the LED flash. The front camera has seen a tone down as well. It now only packs a single 16-megapixel sensor, unlike the 20-megapixel shooter of the V5 and the dual camera setup of the V5 Plus. Although it doesn't pack heavy selfie specs like its siblings, the V5 Lite still has a number of beautification features to help produce a more pleasant version of you when you take a self-portrait. These include buffing your skin to remove blemishes, adjusting the skin tone to make it rosy, and whitening if you want your skin to be a few shades lighter. To top it off, users also get a selfie spotlight, which is basically a front-facing flash to aid in dimly lit areas. Images produced by the rear camera are decent and would definitely suffice for casual uploads on social media sites. There is some noticeable noise when shooting at night, but nothing to be too concerned about. Colors are vibrant enough and are natural. As for the selfie camera, the beautification features do help in blurring the blemishes of the skin, but be careful of going overboard as it can remove some of the details on your face. Inside, the V5 Lite packs a 64-bit MediaTek MT6750 octa-core CPU clocked at 1.5 GHz, which is the same chipset used in the V5 along with the Mali T860 GPU. The RAM has been reduced to 3GB from 4GB. Nevertheless, it was still able to perform well during our time. There were occasional hiccups when we played Asphalt 8 and Mobile Legends on it, but nothing too serious. As for comparing the handset against other devices, here are some benchmark numbers. Connectivity is accomplished using standard features like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and GPS with AGPS and GLONASS. Using a USB OTG is also possible for opening files on a USB straight from the handset. It can also accommodate 2 SIM cards, but its hybrid setup will make you choose whether to expand your storage or have 2 SIMs working at the same time. We didn't experience having problems when we used it to call, although we thought the speaker could use a bit more volume to better hear the person on the other line. Battery capacity is the same as the V5 at 3000 mAh. Naturally, we expect them to last around the same time since they both have the same display size, display resolution, and chipset used. Surprisingly, after running PCMark's battery test, the V5 Lite lasted a bit longer than the V5 at 9 hours and 40 minutes compared to 8 hours and 27 minutes. This is also the case when we conducted a video loop test on airplane mode with 50% volume and brightness. The V5 Lite yielded 13 hours and 1 minute of continuous playback while the V5 only reached 11 hours and 52 minutes. The Vivo V5 Lite is a capable handset for everyday use. At 9,990 pesos, it offers its users better specs in general than, say, the Oppo A39, which has been discounted to the same price as the V5 Lite. It also stands up to being a selfie smartphone with its 16-megapixel front camera and its accompanying beautification features. We also want to acknowledge the fact that even though it almost has the same specs as the V5 Lite's battery optimization was effective enough to make it last longer by more than an hour. Vivo's V5 Lite is one of the smartphones that we can recommend for selfie-centric users looking for a reliable phone under 10,000 pesos. It may sport the usual uninspired design with curved corners and an iOS-like theme, but for me, function always prevails over looks. And that's about it for today's review. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more content like these. Once again, this has been Kevin Francisco, and thanks for watching. See you guys around.